I get the Holy Ghost, drop a spirit every once in a while, but to be able to funk out a whole album with somebody who knows how to funk, it's too funky.
I can remember a defining moment of seeing an artist on television painting, and it must have been about 6 or 7, something like that. And immediately I wanted to do that, and I got my mum to buy me some paints, and I started from there. There's not really a moment in any day that you're not really thinking about something in a creative sense. It doesn't matter what it is.
It sounds like it's California.
I think everybody's born with creative potential, and everyone, when you're young, you find the opportunities to be creative and do interesting creative things, and people encourage you to do that. Often as we go through life, then that gets kind of discouraged. You go through a schooling system where people want you to learn a bunch of stuff. They're not so interested in people being artistic or creative. And then maybe later in life, people find opportunities to start doing that again. But lots of people don't necessarily. And I think we need to give them opportunities to be able to exercise those creativity muscles.
It's too funky.
I'm always surprised if people have an interest. It's not something I'm expecting, but I'm always pleased when it happens. Because I was drawing, I got my children drawing from a young age. They had no difficulty with it. The difficulty comes when they get to about 12, perhaps a bit earlier, and then they compare it to other people. I think it's very natural in all people to be able to draw and be creative, until they start comparing themselves, and then they get tangled up with their lack of what they see as perhaps something more superior to what they're doing, which is not the case, but we very get self-critical at a period at a time of our lives, I think, when you can overcome that struggle and keep going, then that's good.
I think my life is defined by creativity. It's how I live my life. But I would have said the most significant moment in my life was snowboarding on a mountain. We'd all saved up to go heliboarding, and we had the perfect day. The powder was up to here. It was perfect, crystal blue skies. I had my 3 best mates with me, and we had the most epic day. And I was sat at the bottom, just above the helicopter, waiting for the others to come down. And for me, it was like, this is the most fantastic thing I've ever done. I want my life to be more like this. And I promised myself I would make 2 lists of all the things I loved doing and all the things I hated, and that I would change that in 3 months. And I did. I left my job. I got out of a messy relationship. I started to be much more creative and to think about it. So it was the genesis of deciding to live a much more creative life, and our entire business is built out of that.
really think that everyone's creative. Like, a lot of people will go, they'll see a picture and then the first thing they'll say is like, oh, I can't even draw a stick man. But you kind of forget that when you're a kid, like, if you took 100 children and then put like a bucket of Lego in front of them, like, not one of them will sit there and like just not do anything. Like, going back to what I was saying about my old man and that, is like, he was always creative, he was always like doing stuff. So I'll be making like a box with elastic around here, and it was the push out blades, and be running around like a lunatic in the garden, like going after an imaginary Arnie. And
I think creativity is just a constant that we always all need to be doing.
Like that, it's a vociferous beast and it will never run out of things to consume.